What an absolute wild day between the hilarious stuff going on with Ethan and the new Jack Murphy revelations, previous two videos, and now a UCLA professor's insane attempt to rewrite history about Kyle. There's just no end to it. I'm so happy that you're all here with me. I'm trying to do a little bit of a, January is a weak month for YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers take time off. I will not be doing that. But what I will be doing is trying to increase my subscriber rate. Still about 40% of my viewers aren't subscribed. And I know it's a pain. Sometimes you have to create an account or whatever. But I'm literally asking you as a favor to take the few minutes to click that red subscribe button down below. YouTube doesn't show my videos in search results. And so that's the only way you'll find me. And this new article, UCLA's professor's book states that Kyle Rittenhouse ended two black men. Then she insists the United States has a race problem. That's right. We have now entered the part of the 1984 real life, simulation where elites, professors, government officials, media are completely fine rewriting history. She also insisted that the U.S. has a deep-seated obsession with patriarchal power played by white supremacy and misogyny. I'm assuming she gets paid per buzzword. Now, if I was going to read her ridiculous book, I definitely do so using a VPN. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Hey, October is Cybersecurity Month, and they've got an amazing offer for you. It's 2021. If you don't have a VPN yet, there are several reasons why you'll want to sign up today. One, you can browse anonymously. Keep your browsing habits to yourself. You can keep your data away from big tech so that they can't resell it. And you can access region-locked content so you can open up a whole new catalog of online content to enjoy, whether it's anime or movies that might not be available in your area. You can get at it using a VPN. And the VPN I use on my phone, my tablets, my PCs, and my laptops is Private Internet Access, and they've given an amazing offer. It's just $1.98 a month with 4 months free with a 3-year subscription. If you haven't signed up today, use my link in the description or pinned comment down below to get Private Internet Access today. Now, a UCLA professor who is a self-described Egyptologist, are they a We Was Kangs person? Included a passage in a book she authored claiming that Kyle had dispatched two black men. When she was harshly criticized for her mistake, she apologized but insisted that America has a race problem, a deep-seated obsession with patriarchal power, and is plagued by white supremacy and misogyny. Let me be very clear. It was not a mistake. She knowingly is trying to rewrite history. This wasn't a mistake. This was done 100% on purpose. And if it's an actionable item from lawyers, I don't know. But if it is, Kyle should consider suing her. At the very minimum, why hasn't the publisher pulled the book? On page 341 of The Good Kings, I state that Kyle Rittenhouse dispatched two black men when instead it was two white. That was my mistake, and I apologize. The response has been a hateful stew of ridicule and denial that America has a race problem at all. Well, we're going to get to the quote tweet here. Make no mistake. Let me be clear. This woman claimed Kyle Rittenhouse dispatched two black men on purpose. This was not a mistake. I mean, I'm just, for those of you listening audio, I'm quote tweeting her. She purposely lied and tried rewriting history. I believe she's also a UCLA professor. I should add that. She is also a UCLA professor. Absolutely appalling. Quote, if one mistake, again, it's not a mistake, in a little-known book about ancient Egypt elicits this much howling, it is to avoid discussing our larger problem, to avoid our deep-seated obsession with the patriarchal power. What? Literally what? You made up a lie. You literally tried rewriting it. These are our professors. Cooney was heavily criticized on social media with comments such as, quote, I completely made up facts to support my fragile and fictitious worldview, but your reaction to that lie is the real problem here. Another one. Someone who wrote a book, doesn't watch a trial, doesn't do any investigation, then claims, whoops, just a mistake. Hopefully we'll hear from Kyle's lawyer soon. I was held to a higher standard than this for papers I wrote in high school. You aren't a victim here. If you and your publishers put out a book, quote, mistaking an easily verifiable detail of a major case from the past year, how can you or your publishers be trusted out to put information out on ancient history? Again, it's because this wasn't a mistake. Have you left a like on the video yet? I hope you have. It's because it wasn't a mistake. She absolutely intended to spread this lie. There's absolutely no denying it, in my opinion, because you would have to be an absolute lunatic to not know the facts of this case. You would have to actively be avoiding the truth to have, the audacity to print this about him. Like, it is frustrating. I'm not going to call for anyone to be fired. That wouldn't be fair. But, I mean, are you kidding me? In December, Kyle told Glenn Beck that he wanted to have a conversation with President Joe Biden for suggesting that he was a supremacist. He stated, I would like to sit down with the president and have a conversation. Kyle was referring to a tweet from Biden during his 2020 presidential election. He later told Tucker Carlson of Fox News, Mr. President, if I could say one thing to you, I would urge you to go back and watch the trial and understand the facts before you make a statement. After Carlson interjected, that's not a small thing to be called that. Kyle continued, no, it's actual malice. Defaming my character for him to say something like that, it's actually quite hysterical how no one can go back and look at the facts of the case. He crossed state lines, false. He's a supremacist, false. None of that is true. And the lies that they can just get away with spreading is sickening. I 100% agree. I 100% agree that it is sickening that, this happens. It's insane to me that people are just fine with this. And they're not. They're starting to fight back. Watching this video, look at all the quote tweets. Hey, Kyle, this stuff won't stop until you start suing. They all think you're too scared to do it, so they keep lying about you. That's not untrue. If you're going to write a book about a subject, you should check your facts. And by the way, what does Kyle have to do with ancient Egypt? I mean, literally, I don't know. Like, how does Kyle's case relate in any way to what you're writing about? Here's Cassandra McDonald. I lied in my terrible book, but society is to blame. Yeah, I mean, that's how it reads to me. I mean, literally quickie and running, pretending that you are in fact the one that's suffering here, and that it's everybody's response that is suddenly the problem. I don't understand. But here's Michael Knowles, right? But you see, the lie I spread speaks to the greater truth. That's a response every single time you call out one of these people on their BS. Yeah, I would argue that that's probably true. I mean, some of the top ones, we're at the publishing books with totally inaccurate information stage of idiocracy. Here's John Cardillo writing, that wasn't a mistake. It was an inexcusable lie. You could have gotten out in front of this, but you let the lie continue to push an agenda until you were called out. You're the worst kind of instigating hack. And look, excuse me, I 100% agree, by the way, that until he starts suing these people, they're not going to stop lying about him. I mean, there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that support what she says. In fact, the facts disprove it. This person claims to be a historian, someone who specializes in analyzing texts to present an accurate evidence-backed picture of events. This person also made a massive, easily checked error about an event that was on video because it made her feel good. Stephen Miller writes, the response has been directly proportional to the amount of you publishing that. Well, because now you're trying to play the victim. I mean, are you kidding me? This is like, this can't stand. People like this have to be called out, and I 100% appreciate that people are doing it. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.